Peace, love, wholeness, family. Welcome back to the channel. If you're seeing this, that means this message is for you. So go ahead and receive it as it resonates. If it don't, just let it fly and keep it pushing, y'all. All of my divine love chosen, welcome. Come on in and receive these blessings and messages of awareness. Hit that subscribe button, join the family. I may cuss, I may cry, speaking first and second person. So if any of that bothers you, just go on ahead and keep it pushing. That means it's not for you. Any hate and karmic energies determined to project in their ill will towards me, my daughter, my family, our foundation, my divine love chosen, you will reap exactly what you deserve, and so project into my energy, into our energy. So be mindful. Let's see what Spirit wants to illuminate at this time for my divine love chosen. We do got patience coming out in reverse. Somebody could feel impatient. We got surrender. I mean, somebody could be impatient, but they could also be in the energy guided to surrender as well. And we got grief coming out at the bottom of the deck. I don't know if y'all could see that. Okay. We got grief coming out in reverse. So I'm picking up somebody could be in the energy uncomfortable with the grieving. There could have been some betrayal going on. There could have been a lot of betrayal going on that somebody could want clarity upon. Let's see what channel messages we need to pick from today. And then we do got balance message coming out. So we do got growth right underneath betrayal. So I feel like whatever betrayals you did encounter, you know, you're in the energy of getting your lesson and growing from it. You're in the energy of growth through whatever betrayals that have you in the energy of grieving. Somebody could want to rush through the grieving process. Spirit just wants you to surrender. We do got somebody in the energy wanting to give you a little love bite. A little feline love bite. At the bottom of the deck, we got, you are an amazing parent. Okay? And you will be receiving your financial upgrades. Don't get too worked up. And accepting your responsibility here on your mission. Okay, going through ego death and embracing your ego death. To honor and value and put spirit first. You know, it's not to get rid of ego for good. It's just to make space to let your ego rest so that your ego doesn't override your spirit into corruption. My bad. Should have paused it. All right. Let's see. Let's see what's up. We got Scorpio energy coming out. And we got somebody could be having a hard time putting trust within yourself. There could be some karmic family in the energy doing spell work on law officials. I don't even want to, you know, to be real, I don't even want to pull this energy. But it came out in reverse, so it's like, it's not going to work. Okay, somebody could be trying to get out of trouble that they know that they've having to benefit. Like they about to face. We got ancient bloodline here. You come from an ancient bloodline. If they put out content in reaction to your energy with ill intentions, karma is on their ass. Dang, a lot of these cards is coming out in reverse, so you know somebody could be all off. You got religious coming out in reverse. This could be a karmic Scorpio in your energy too. Yeah, somebody who is a karmic lover. They could be thinking about you, wanting to communicate with you. Focus on their career and their reputation. Okay. Aliens could be significant to this person. On the low vibrational side. On the high vibrational side, picking up bunnies could be significant. The best work you can do is on yourself. Alright, y'all. Let's see what's going on in this energy, because I really want to come up on here talking about betrayals and karmic energy. Because Divine Love Chosen, I honestly feel like you don't give a fuck, okay? You see it for what it is and for what it ain't. And you're using your discernment as you feel called to use your discernment. Clarify this energy. Someone could be heavily in their head about their karmic family. They could be depressed or afraid or paranoid because of their family. Yeah. And natural disasters. Spirits. Destroying the wickedness. The people in your energy or even in your karmic family moving with you with ill intentions. Introvert energy. Somebody could be disconnected from, or could be feeling disconnected from their reality or their relationships, or it could be specific relationships, and could be in this distant energy, finding comfort in other relationships. Hold on. Could be finding comfort in other genuine relationships, friendships. Or even people that, you know, you align with on your journey and you don't even know them in real life, but you feel a deep soul resonance with. Somebody could be in this energy afraid of commitment because of being afraid to lose what you invest in. Being afraid to, and I did see the origin card here too at the bottom of the deck before I had shuffled again. It's like you're gonna have to get in that soil. You're gonna have to toil the land, right? Because, you know, even if we are going through things, running to social media to distract yourself or to these cellular devices ain't really productive. It's destructive. But somebody could be in this energy of being afraid to commit, or being afraid to lose a commitment. Dang, for real? They got mad seconds on there for this commercial. But yeah, y'all. Somebody could be afraid of losing a commitment or making commitments or investing in a deeper commitment and then end up losing, you know, the person you invest in love, and not invest in financially. No, I'm talking about time, love, nurturing, energy, care, your heart. And I think there's a deep inner acceptance of you coming into an understanding that, you know, when you love somebody and it's real and it's genuine and it's, you know, two people determined to finding deeper understanding or honoring the deeper love, even if y'all grow apart, or even if um you know, somewhere along your journey, you know, you're growing apart from somebody that you loved and you spent a lot of time with, and you invested a lot of energy in and love. I think, you know, you're being called, divine love chosen, to find a deeper inner acceptance of allowing somebody that you love to journey their, you know, to journey their journey. And loving them from a distance if you have to, right? If you grow apart from somebody that you love, accepting that. Still being able to maintain a genuine love and understanding between you and a person. But, you know, nowadays the ego is going to want to make you feel like, you know, oh no, if we break up now, you're my arch nemesis, and now we're enemies, and I hate you. This, I hate that wasn't real love in the first place. That was karmic love. If that's where your differences lead you. Really needing to check your ego and accept that possibility. Because holding on to that fear and pushing too hard, trying to be too controlling, trying to, you know, suppress that fear, but also allowing your ego to control you in that way could ultimately manifest that circumstance in a deeper, you know, in a commitment, right? When you're ignoring the sacred spiritual when you're ignoring the sacred relationship that is rooted in your spiritual purpose, when you're ignoring the spiritual work and only trying to maintain your ego, trying to be in control of the fears instead of understanding the fears, nurturing and nourishing each other through those fears, then it manifests in your reality. So through your healing work, right, you're in this energy of needing to come to that deeper acceptance and still being able to, if that's the worst case scenario for, you know, some of you divine love chosen, preparing yourself for the worst case scenario. And if, you know, that other person is the type of person that's going to be like, well, if I can't have you, I hate you and I want to kill you, and you can't never, and I don't want you to be happy unless it's with me, then that's not love. You should be able to maintain good intentions for one another, remain family, honor each other as such. But somebody's angry. I feel like, Divine Love Chosen, you could be dismantling the illusions of karmic people around you, right? Say, there's a karmic soulmate in your energy. Aliens representative who you felt that deep love with, and like they were a part of your divine love chosen, but they're consistently and persistently in that energy, which I don't know for sure, but because I'm not paying attention to them, but of this person, what you will call it, how do I say it? There could be somebody in your energy heavily enraged because you being in your truth, right? Just doing you as you do, showing up, maintaining your footing, rooted and centered in yourself and who you are. Where you dismantle all of their illusions that they try to perpetrate. Their egoic illusions that they try to maintain and perpetrate. Someone who is not really in tune with their spiritual purpose of their creations. They're more so in the energy of being a robotical creator. For the egomaniacs, still feeling depressed and sad and triggered because they're not in alignment with their truth. And honestly, Spirit is like, you don't even gotta hold too much grace, because I have held a lot of grace for this person, but I have held a lot more grace. Never mind, let me not even go there. But that's just a specific message that needed to get out there. But this could be any sign too. Yeah, this could be for any sign, but this is also giving your truth and your energy dismantles a lot of like old program generational religious beliefs that to the older generation, it still might, they still might be holding on to what they was taught. But when our, the younger generation, when our energy comes through, and our truth comes through, those who resonate with the truth, right? Because love and truth is, you know, regardless of the rules and regulations of any religion, at the core of it is love, and at the core of it is truth. And those who are religious on any level, regardless of the differences of generational teachings, the truth is going to resonate with the truth. The truth at the core of one person is going to resonate with the truth at the core of the next person. If it's true. What needs to be illuminated here in spirit through the tarot? Three of Cups energy. Somebody wants to reconcile. They want to come in quick. We got a King of Pentacles energy here. I'm picking up an energy of picking up on somebody who, or multiple people. We got Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo energy with the King of Pentacles coming out. Somebody who is in conflict between their heart space and, or their spirit and their ego, okay? It's like somebody's in an energy like tired of fronting for social media, tired of feeling like, you know, and I feel like, you know, those who are fronting, you know, once they create what they create and put out what they put out, they receive some sort of spiritual consequence. Because of the misalignment of how they're showing up. Like, I feel like they're tired of showing up in certain ways that just doesn't feel true to their core of them. And if you feel that way, you could, again, listen, like I usually say, like, find a way to express yourself, right? In your full range, authentically, on your platform. It's your platform. You should never be afraid about, you should never want to sacrifice who you really are and how you really feel and what you're really going through for clout likability or the likability of the people. If people don't fuck with your authenticity and your authentic energy and the full range of your emotions and your expressions and you embracing yourself, let those who are meant to fall away fall. Because that just means that they are making space for you to align with more people who are in deeper resonance with who you are, truly. Who do support you in your authenticity. So you're not drained and receiving heavy spiritual karma or get back from playing in these algorithms for the devil. It's all about balance and perspective and being rooted in your faith. Get creative, right? Let that shit out, right? If you feel like you need to let it out, figure out ways to show up in your authenticity or in your authentic expression. And it doesn't even have to be on social media, to be honest. It don't have to be. But I'm picking up, content creators and those of us who are guided to show up, right? To content create and show up on these platforms. But also allow yourself to go within and embrace those coping mechanisms or skills, that those natural nature coping mechanisms. Again, I'm thinking about toiling the land, right? Gardening, farming, whatever you so choose. But that's an example. Getting out in nature. Go hiking or something. Get in the water. Go swimming. Okay? Yeah. There could be somebody depressed or triggered because they was in the energy of like gathering people to group up against you, trying to purposely have them, or in this energy of like purposely trying to withhold from you, purposely trying to gather people to feel like they could some way, somehow put an ending to you. Power tripping like fuck. Losing their fucking mind. I'm picking up on, for my high vibrationals, healing from that karmic energy. Some of y'all could be in regret for the ways in which that you have treated the divine love chosen. Yeah, we got the devil card coming out. And don't be scared by that energy. That just means, again, it's about ego and spirit. Those who lead with ego is in that devil karmic energy. And it's possible, right, to heal from that karmic energy. Is very much so possible. But this could be, people grouping up to try to withhold something from you, divine love chosen, thinking that they're gonna put an ending to you, thinking that they have some sort of control whether you prosper or not. or wanting to feel like they had control over your prosperity and your abundance. And Spirit's like, oh, so you thought you was finna dead that for my divine love chosen? Okay, bet. And then they're in the energy of creating endings for, you know, these karmic energies who were determined to feeling like, you know, holding on to the wicked idea of trying to control your prosperity or your abundance, or wanting to feel what you would call it, or wanting to fulfill their ego, feeling like you know, so focused on your abundance and your prosperity and your finances and stuff like that. I'm picking up heavy finance energy with the Four of Pentacles. But you're rooted. Look, it looked like he's, yeah, planting seeds, toiling the land with his garden stick. Yeah, heavy energy of sabotage, deception, somebody wanting to win at all costs, no matter who they had to hurt or lie to or deceive. Please. And then got the nerve to wonder why you don't really want no parts. King of Swords energy coming on too. Wanting to bring forth confusion. Like you don't already see what's up. But I'm not even going to go too in on the karmics, because I'm through with that. Okay, you see what it is and you see what it ain't. Just period. You're not, you're in the energy being guided to detach from those who's on that type of time and with you. Right? Those who, you know, don't really care too much about being in purpose. Surrendering to spirit. Finding a balance between their spirit and their ego. But in this day and age and in this economy, oh yeah, nourishing your spirit throughout your lifetime is something that, you know, for those of y'all who know Avatar, The Last Airbender, I was picking up the image of when Aang and Zuko was going to, when Zuko lost his fire after going through his, you know, his soul awakening, after, you know, being against Aang because he wanted the acceptance of his father, and he wanted, you know, he wanted his father to approve of him or accept him or love him the ways in which that he yearned for him to do, but never could receive because his father was just corrupt. His father was just wicked. His father was just, you know, abusing his powers and really did not give a fuck, was so far gone. There was no saving his father. But Zuko felt like, you know, he wanted his approval, so he's been, you know, chasing after the Avatar, trying to destroy the Avatar, trying to bring the Avatar into his father so that his father wouldn't be defeated and Aang could restore balance to the world and make and create world peace. Through one of the, you know, I think it was like the last series, before Aang was meant to fight the Fire Lord, which was Zuko's father. Zuko had decided to help Aang learn firebending because Aang didn't have any other like person to teach him firebending. Aang didn't want to. Aang was very distant with the firebenders because of how much they've caused destruction on this earth. And so when Zuko had switched over, he went through like a deep spiritual awakening. He got real sick. He had to go within. Spirit made him go within. His uncle was there trying to take care of him. And but so basically he had lost his fire, right? Because he was bending from a place of rage and resentment and hatred. So when he turned good to help Aang defeat his father, he had undergone that awakening, and him and Aang had journeyed to go find the source of firebending, where the root of firebending came from before the firebenders became before the firebenders used their fire and used their bending for corruption and to destroy the nations, the four nations. So yeah, they went back all the way to the origin, right? Just like that Carter has seen, getting back to your roots, all the way back to the origin of his bending. And when they got there, they had to meet the two original firebenders, which was the dragons. And so they had to impress the dragons to see, right? Basically the dragons was going to read them to see, their energy, their spirit, and to see if, basically like if the dragons accepted them, the dragons would declare it, right? But if the dragons didn't accept them, or if they were corrupt benders, then the dragons would destroy them right on the spot. So they found it, and journey in their journey. And when they got there, the original firebenders gave them a little bit of fire in their hand and made them walk up like this long flight of stairs so that they could get to the firebenders, the original firebenders, the dragons, the spirits. And so that when I had thought about being patient, right, nourishing your spirit, that made me think of that, because they had to hold on, they had to travel to the sacred space and hold and maintain their fire in their hand, and it was a little fire, right? And it was a long journey to get there, but they had to be patient. They had to be careful. They couldn't rush to get there, or their fire would have went out. Ultimately, because it's Aang and Zuko, their fire, once they got there, once they actually got there, on top of the staircase, like the stairway to the dragons, they got into it a little bit and they lost the fire, so they was mad scared. But the dragons essentially read them, and they had they had read that they had like together they had a divine sacred union that was very important on the spiritual journey of Zuko's mission, but also Aang's mission of restoring world peace. Okay, I thought I was just about to explain the fire part, but Spirit told me to explain that whole thing, right? Because those of y'all who have watched it, that's one of my favorite shows ever. Okay? Top 2, and it ain't 2, okay? I'm about to end the reading though. But those of y'all who haven't watched it, y'all should go watch it. Beautiful. I gotta watch it like every year. And when I was explaining that, I was looking up I don't know if y'all could see that, but my dragon. Anywho, yo, I hope that helps. I hope it resonates. If it do, be sure to like the video, comment, and subscribe. Share the video so that we can reach more divine love chosen, meant to be awoken. If you feel called to donate to my business, my Cash App is in my description. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.